It is.
Mouth. What are you talking about?
No, the
Hannibal.
team. Hannibal, yes.
Yeah,
I said mouth.
Love it when
I
a
said
plan
it's wrong.
comes together.
It's really Hannibal.
Yeah.
Yes. But as soon as I said mouth, you were like, what are you talking about? I mean, come on, man.
Well.
Come on, meow.
I mean, you can't blame me coming. Oh, I see what you're. Yeah. See, you've done like 2 or 3 different things, and I can only respond to one at a time.
You can't keep up.
You know what we could do is I could get you here, and then we could just fade you to black. Bye.
We should do that.
You are now in the dark.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Take me out of the dark.
You're back. I can play with all the buttons on this thing, and you think you're in full control, but I got to tell you, you're not.
Oh, I know I'm in zero control. But as long as you press record, or at least remember to press record, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
What are you doing? Why are you messing with all the things? What is happening right now? Why are you taking the cover
off? I'd like to welcome Erin Beggs to the show. Can you hear that?
No.
Well, there's a whole audience here cheering for you.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't hear that.
I couldn't hear it the last time you did it either. So
really? I don't know why you can't hear that.
I don't know.
Well, that's just interesting that you can't hear any of the sound effects.
I did last time. You had to press a special button or something, and then I could hear it. Yeah, I can't hear that either.
What do you think about this?
Oh, I can hear that.
You can hear this?
Yes.
What do I sound like?
Batman.
Batman. I am Batman.
When you laugh into it, it's creepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Terrible.
I wonder,
It's
I don't know why you can hear that, but you can't hear the other one.
Maybe because people are applauding for me all the time.
It could be.
It just is background noise at this point.
Can you hear this?
Yes. It doesn't voice change me, though, does it?
Well, no, but you like Disney, so this is right up your alley.
No.
No,
It sounds more like Lollipop Kids. We are the Lollipop Kids.
Guild. It's the Lollipop Guild.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's the Lollipop Guild.
I didn't know that.
Oh, dear Lord.
What about... Oh, this is a megaphone.
Yeah. People are tired of your nonsense already.
Well, probably. That's interesting.
You know what you sound like?
What?
You sound like that song that was on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No, not that one. The one where they also did the candy bar, where they pulled the candy ball apart. Yeah. Yes, that one. Yep.
That was pretty
Yes.
good. Holy crap. That was
That
so
was
good.
amazing.
Yes.
That was it.
Will that make it on the show, Erin?
I think it should. I think everything that we record is gold.
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Thank
I'll
you.
let it stay.
You'll let it slide?
I'll let it
Just a
stay.
couple more.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's robot.
What about this?
I feel like that's kind of robot too.
Mother. I'm going to kick your. That's a censor button.
I think we should write my name on it.
We should write your name on it.
Yes, Erin's censor button.
Yeah, so say a cuss word in a sentence.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You said my name. I can't. No, like just do a sentence like, talk and then just drop
Why don't you
some
just
sort of F-bomb or something.
Well, because I said a really bad one last episode, and now I'm very cautious about it.
Well, but I need
Okay,
you
are
to do
you
it
ready?
on purpose now. Yeah, just
Okay,
talk
are you
just
gonna
talk
mute
like
all
you
of them?
always do.
Talk like a sailor. All right, ready?
Yeah, I think.
Shit. Fuck.
Well, I don't know it's coming.
You told me to do it. How do you not know it's coming?
I didn't want you to do like one word expletives. I'm like in the middle of a sentence, so I can at least
here we go.
sense it coming. Hold
I'm
on.
going to sing.
Hold on. There we go.
I'm
Okay.
going to sing. You stupid, dumb shit. Damn motherfucker.
Gosh. You know,
Did you get it?
in an act. Well,
I don't know.
think I got much.
I
of
don't
it.
think you-
I don't think.
Your fingers don't know what they're doing.
We're gonna put this away.
Yeah, you should
We're gonna cover this thing so you can't play with it.
put the
anymore.
lid on.
Yeah, because I'm not very effective at blocking out the expletives.
The extra noise coming from this side of the mic.
Really.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
you turned your light off.
I did.
God, you were such a mess,
Oh,
man.
that's because I ran out of plugs. And so
No, it was on earlier, wasn't it?
it was, but I had to plug in my computer because
Oh.
I'm out of space. But you know what I can
Now
do
you
is
look
I'm just going to shut
plain
this.
Jane.
Here's what we're going to do. Watch this.
Wow. You're so magical.
Somebody around here has got to be magical. You spend more time in the magical kingdom than anybody.
Yeah, I wish I could just live there. Oh,
You
there
should-
it is.
yeah,
Blue for
see?
you and
Look
pink
there.
for me.
Blue for me. I want a different color.
All right, let's do
Yeah,
green.
yeah.
I feel like green is your color.
I don't know.
It won't change. I think you have to get closer
have
to
to
it.
get closer to
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Green, you think?
Yeah. Oh, ooh, I like that one. That was cool.
Ooh, I do like the green.
Yeah.
Just
But
leave-
like more of a teal green.
I can't really see it though.
I like
Look.
more of a teal green. Yeah, more of like, yeah. I think it's because of the giant light that's behind me.
Just washing me out. Oh, look at that. I like
one's
that.
good.
Okay.
I like it.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, settling on that.
We're settling on that.
Purple,
Yeah.
blue color. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean it's a good look here. I mean, look at their. Yeah. Not bad, huh? Can you
No,
see that?
it's great.
I really don't want you looking at this during the episode.
No, I shouldn't. I'm very self-conscious.
And I see out of the corner of your eye, you can see when I change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you
I'm trying
realize
to pay
that not-
attention so I know when to look at the camera and when not to look at the camera.
No, that's
Otherwise,
not
I
a
don't
thing.
know. No, it's not a
It's
thing.
got to be natural.
Just ignore
Yeah,
it.
it's got to just
You
ignore
always
it.
look.
Well,
You have the
I'm
advantage.
the boss. I'm the fucking boss. So.
You wish you were the boss. You're the boss of the Grit podcast, which is where I originally came on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where you were founded by me.
Yes. Well, I was here doing my own thing, trying to record my own podcast for my
Yeah.
business, which
Yeah.
kind of fell flat. I didn't follow through with that very well, but
Part of the journey. It's okay.
it is. It'll come back. It'll make
Yeah.
a comeback. It's fine. It's just hanging out right now
Yeah.
until I have enough pizzazz to create more episodes. But I'm sitting in there recording. You pop your head in and say something like, "Holy cow, you're amazing. I need you on my podcast."
Yep.
And then we just out of nowhere recorded this podcast.
We did, and we're gonna look at that whole episode here in just a minute. But I got to tell you something. You were I run the Grit podcast, thegritman.com. Okay, anywhere podcasts
Plug
can be
it.
found. Yeah, plug it in. That's I think it's a 80s thing. But anyway, you were on that podcast. It is a
Yes.
podcast for men, not women. It's for men.
That's correct.
Because men need help, right?
Yes.
You were the first woman ever. I was so impressed with how you were on a podcast, and I'm going, I've got to have her on the podcast. I got to have her on the show. We need a woman's point of view here. And you were the first woman ever on the Grit podcast.
yes, I was.
How do you feel about being the first ever?
I've been the first for a lot of things, my friend, but the first woman on your podcast is it's humbling to say the least. I'm very proud to be in this
come
situation.
on. Are you serious? It's humbling. It's humbling. Really?
I don't know what
You're
to
so full
say.
of crap.
I just like to be in the spotlight. I just like to
Well, the
listen
camera is on you.
to myself talk, which is why podcasting is really amazing
Well,
for me.
It was an honor for us to have you on the podcast.
I'm sure it was.
It was.
Yes.
No, it was not an honor to have you on. It was a joy to have you on. You are a fantastic guest. In fact, as the audience is going to see right off the bat, mind you, she insults me on my show.
Yes, I do. You
We
deserved
start
it.
right off the bat, and I even call her on it right there on the podcast live. I call you on it because you are authentic.
Sure. Yeah. I
You're
try
authentic.
to be. I try to be.
I know.
Yeah.
Shall-
Well, yeah. Let's show them the podcast.
Let's get into it.
Here we go.
We're going to get right into it. Check this out.
Yeah. Why did you call me here today?
I haven't even introduced you yet. Can I do? It's my show. Do you mind if I?
Yes. Please do.
May I carry on? Do I have your permission?
Yes.
Welcome to the Grit Podcast, episode number 9. I'm here with Erin Beggs. I don't really know what we're going to call this other than just a conversation, but I tell you what, this is a fascinating young lady. I said young lady, points for me.
Welcome to the Grid Podcast. Welcome to the Grit Podcast, the podcast that motivates and encourages you to become the real man you're destined to be. We're casting live in the rugged Northwest, just east of the trailblazing city of Portland. So let's get locked and loaded, because it's time to get gritty with it. Here's your host and lead grit man, Jamie Worley.
All right. She's absolutely fascinating. She's starting this new venture. She's got a new podcast. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I want you guys to both like and subscribe her new podcast. It's going to be good. You can benefit from it. So can I. It's focused on women, but you know what? This is focused on men, okay? You see? It's called the Grit Podcast. It's not focused on you women. It's focused on us men. However, before you start throwing stones, we need the women to tell us a thing or two because we don't know everything. If we knew everything, we would not need a Grit Podcast, okay? So we need women. I don't want to hear, do not email me and say, we don't need women. I don't want to hear none of that, okay? You know better. Go tell your mama that. Exactly. So just sit tight. We're going to talk to Erin Beggs. This is pretty cool. She's got some really good wisdom. She's going to be helping me out, actually, with all this algorithm stuff I do not understand. So without further ado, welcome Erin Beggs. Yeah, well, there we go.
There we go.
See, I was looking for the applause.
We got a little disco and then the applause.
Yeah, so the applause is
fine.
over
It's
now.
fine.
The applause is over now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Grit Podcast.
Thank you.
I think actually you're the first female we've ever had on here as a guest.
Having listened to all of the Grit podcasts.
Wait, you actually took the time to listen to this nonsense?
Yes, I do. Actually, I do find it very helpful.
Really?
I do. It's very, you can tell that it's very directed. You have an audience, Clearly it's men. It's very clear, but there is a lot of information in your podcast that is very helpful. And as a woman, my mind goes on tangents all the time.
Yeah.
And your podcast does the same thing. And I respect that and I appreciate it and I like it because I will start telling a story and then all of a sudden I'm over here, way into the right field. And oh, by the way, let me tell you about something that happened in the left field and then we'll come back to the original story.
Yeah.
So all of those things happen in the Grit Podcast. You stay on point mostly.
Well,
I think it's more your guests.
Okay, well, I've been getting a lot of complaints from the Chamber of Commerce that we both attend, and the complaints are really about you.
Oh,
and I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. So one of the complaints I got was you're not very politically correct. You said you were listening to one of our episodes, and you were talking about, I really like that guy, Paralyzed Jeff.
No,
Erin, who is
Paralyzed? It was Paralyzed Steve.
Paralyzed Steve. Who is Paralyzed Steve, and what episode was he on? I don't even know a Steve.
Oh, yeah, I came right up to you.
I know.
Yeah. What's up with Paralyzed Steve hijacking your entire episode?
His name is Crippled Jeff. Crippled Jeff, not Paralyzed Steve.
I didn't give him the name. He admitted to himself. Who gave him that name?
Todd Hoffman from Gold Rush.
Okay,
Yeah. Todd Hoffman gave him that. But
I take zero credit from this side of the table for that.
Well, I call him Paralyzed Jeff now. And it's like, are you talking about that lady at Chamber? I said, yeah, you got to meet her. You got to. So here's what we're going to set up. At some point, I'm going to have you on this episode, not this episode, but this podcast. And I'm going to have Crippled Jeff sitting right over there. And we're going to talk about this. And I'm going to give you a chance to apologize and ask forgiveness because he was highly offended.
Oh, that's very sad for Crippled Jeff.
And if you believe that, I've got some oceanfront property in Arizona you might be interested in.
Right. There's a song.
What's that?
There's a song about that.
Yeah, it's George Strait.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, I'm not going to apologize.
Oh, I bet you will.
I will?
I bet you will.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to apologize.
What are we putting on the line?
You called him a paralytic. You called him a quadriplegic.
No.
You call him what do you call it? A
Paralyzed Steve. Paralyzed. He could have just been a deer in headlights. I never said anything about his limitations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all manifested in your brain. You guys wrote your own story there. Maybe that's why you don't understand women. You're writing all these stories, these little tangent stories all over the place.
I'm literally having breakfast at Nana's place. Eddie's delivering our food, and you said, "Hey, I watched your podcast. What I really like that paralyzed Steve guy."
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to face off. That's just the only way to remedy this.
I'm sure. Rochambeau or something. Like, what do you mean? What do face off?
I am sure that I don't know squirt guns or something. Okay. I don't know Nerf guns, but I am sure that everybody out there on the Grip podcast, watching, subscribing, liking, smashing that like button, are gonna want to see
all the stars,
the 5-star ratings. They're gonna want to see Erin Beggs and Paralyzed Steve, or also known as now as Crippled Jeff, which is what we call him.
Right. So does he get
face off? If you want to see these two face off in an episode, comment below, like, subscribe, email me, let me know, and I promise you, I will make that happen. You know, I make stuff happen. I will make it happen. Paralyzed Steve is not why we're here today.
But I do have one more question. I just need a clarification.
You do know this is my podcast. I ask the questions.
Well, other people hijack your podcast, so I
that
figure
is completely
I can
true.
as well. Crippled Jeff, as he is so lovingly named.
Mm-hmm.
When we do this face-off, does he get a handicap?
Shots fired.
Asking
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I just need to know what I'm up against.
Not much. Not much. I love you. I love you. Jeff is a Crip. He's a Crip, homie.
Wow. Gang signs and everything.
No, I love Jeff. Gang signs, everything. Jeff is one of my best friends on earth. And thank God he brings the humor and color to my life. And so does Tom. The way him and Tom, if you watch that episode, oh my Lord, the dynamic there is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, they were feeding off each other really well.
Oh yeah. And it's not what you saw here on this episode, that was not a show. Yeah. That is literally every time these guys get together. Wait till I bring Crippled Jeff on with his brother. Wait till I bring him on with Todd.
What is his
brother's
nickname?
It's going to be a 3-hour episode.
What's Crippled Jeff's brother's nickname? I can't wait to hear.
His name is Terry. He's actually kind of normal.
So no nickname for Terry.
He's a little normal.
Yeah.
So we have a men's group on Sunday night. We have nicknames. And so I don't know if I can divulge that information.
Oh, gotcha. It's like secret society. We don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, you women do it all the time.
When?
I don't know.
We talk,
you guys are mythical.
We talk so much. There are no secrets over here.
You guys talk a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, so when Mike comes home from work and you say, "How was your day?"
Yeah.
What does he say?
You mean when I see him?
Yeah, when you see him.
Between work and
you got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. How was your day, honey?
What do we talk about?
What's his response? Good. Fine.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right.
No details.
No.
Yeah. Go Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how us men roll. We're not.
Few words.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's okay. We're all different.
We've been married so long, I don't need him to talk.
You already know, huh?
I already know.
You stalk him probably, huh?
I stalk him?
Do you stalk him?
How would I stalk him? When would I have time in my day?
Why is your location
that?
on your phone turned off? Do you do that? I mean,
no.
You don't do that? I keep my location on so my wife and my kids know where I'm at and all that stuff. But it's not a stalking thing. He doesn't travel
like you do.
Yeah.
So he goes to work.
Yeah.
And then he goes home. And then he goes to baseball.
Yeah.
And then he goes home. And then he's asleep. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know a guy who knows your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
So
name
you
is
were saying.
yeah James, and he works at Boeing with your husband, and he has nothing but amazing things to say about your husband. I've met your husband, I think, once at my birthday party, the
Right.
'80s party.
Yeah.
We threw for my 50th out at the lodge, but
That was fun.
yeah.
That place was pretty cool.
You know who your husband looks like a little bit?
No.
You probably don't watch the fake wrestling. I know. I mean, you do. Do you watch the fake wrestling? Yeah.
Is there real wrestling?
Yeah, but it's men in tights rolling around on the floor together. I don't
That's-
there's nothing wrong with wrestling, like
true.
true wrestling. But I'm talking about the bodybuilders that hit each other with chairs and tables and things like that.
Gotcha.
There is a wrestler, and he's one of my favorites. I don't watch every week or anything like that, but everything on television is fake. Okay, everything is scripted. Everything.
I just
don't
found
know
out
why people make fun of wrestling.
I just found out the other day the NFL is scripted, or so they say.
You look at some of the referee calls in both the NBA and the NFL. I wonder.
This week you're going to have a hamstring injury. Apparently it's scripted at the beginning of the year. I don't know.
I don't know.
I saw it. I saw it
It would
on
not surprise me.
social media.
Really?
So it's true.
Oh, you saw it on TikTok.
No, I saw it on Instagram Reels.
Yeah,
But it automatically means it's true, right?
absolutely.
Once it goes
Well, I mean, if it's
into
on the
internet,
airwaves,
why would I do more research?
I don't
It's
know.
out there once. I believe it.
Yeah. Well, I was having a conversation with Todd the other day, down at the toll gate in Sandy. And he had asked me, he says, well, do you believe in Bigfoot? I know we're talking about your social media stuff. We're on Bigfoot right now. Okay?
I don't not believe in Bigfoot.
I do. I don't believe he exists, period. And no, not even in any form, not even kind of half ape, demigod, whatever, shapeshifter. Look, I don't know. I don't believe, because I grew up in Georgia, and where I grew up in Georgia, everybody has a 12 gauge in the back window of their truck. There ain't no way on God's green earth there's a Bigfoot in Georgia in some redneck hillbilly that speaks banjo. Ain't no way, no way a redneck has not shot that thing, put it on the hood of his truck, and drove it around town at 15 miles an hour. That is an impossibility. I've seen possums on hoods of cars. I've seen deer on hoods of cars. I've seen illegal black bears being shot and cougars on the hood of cars. I've seen bobcats. I've seen raccoons. I have seen every creature God has made and placed in the southeastern United States on the hood of some beat up Ford or Chevy truck. There ain't no way. If Bigfoot was real, he would be dead and trophied around on the hood of some redneck banjo truck. I'm telling you.
No, I think you're onto something. I think you're close to being right.
Have you been to Georgia? I'm telling you.
No, I have not.
I love Georgia. My whole family out there, they're a bunch of rednecks. I love you guys.
The furthest south I've ever been is Disney World.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a different vibe there than the south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells like suntan lotion and Bengay. Because there's a
The
lot of
South
retired
does?
people go down there. Yeah. Orlando's not really the South.
Well, I didn't say Orlando.
Well, that's where Disney World is.
I said Disney World.
Disney World is in Orlando.
Okay, sure.
Isn't it?
Well, I bet I'm only in Disney World.
Yeah.
I don't go outside of Disney World.
I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah. Why?
Anyway, so that's my Bigfoot story.
Yeah.
That's in the Northwest. They wouldn't shoot one.
Well, it's against the law.
They hug trees out here. They're
You
going to
know
hug
it's against the
Bigfoot
law,
too.
right?
What?
It's against the law to shoot Bigfoot.
It's
You
against the law to shoot something that doesn't exist.
You want to know why, though?
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay. It's because Bigfoot is on 2 feet, right?
He's a biped.
He's a human-ish form. And so let's say you have a hunter out there in all of his hunting camouflage gear, kind of looking Bigfoot-like.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm going to get me a Bigfoot. And it's,
Yeah.
some
I
poor,
bet.
poor schmuck just trying to get an elk.
I'll bet you they had to put that law into place because women started getting hunting licenses and having their husbands walk out to see if there's any deer out there, and they started shooting their husbands.
Let's be clear. I don't need a license
And they
for
saw,
that.
I thought it was a Bigfoot.
We don't need a license for that.
What? What are you talking about?
We don't need a license for that. Why would we need a license to go out into the woods and shoot our husbands? Why go through the effort? You know how much effort there is? There's a point system that you need a master's degree in order to figure out the point system in Oregon hunting. I'm
On
sure
the
it's
antlers?
everywhere else. No, the point system of I don't even know where to begin to explain the point system. You're going to have some expert have to come on here, get a whiteboard out and show you the point system. It's the point system that exists in getting a hunting license. Like which animal you're not the points of knowing how large your animal is when you shoot them, but the point system of being awarded a license. And
it's like a lottery ticket.
Quit screaming at your radio right now. I get it. I don't say it correctly. Call in to Jamie. Write him an email. What's your email address? You want all the emails, right?
Aaron Beggs
Yes.
at GreshamChamber.com.
That's actually wrong, but yeah, go ahead and send it there.
Yeah, you can find her there.
Yeah, but there's a weird point system that's very convoluted. And
Okay,
hard
so
to figure
it's
out.
really there's so many rules out here. It's really easy in Oklahoma. You apply for a hunter's license.
Right.
You take a hunter safety course. You have
Yeah.
to. Okay, that's okay. You take it. They give you. It's been a while, but they used to give you 3 deer tags and 1 doe tag, and
Is that
was-
all you hunt for there?
yeah, whitetail. I mean, there's some muley deer out there, but
Yeah.
for the most part, yeah, just whitetail deer.
Well, like here, there's black bear and there's
Yeah,
elk
you
and
guys
there's
all
deer
kinds
and
of
there's
stuff out here.
cougar and sheep and all
Yeah.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
And there's a weird algorithm point system situation that you need a flow chart and, like I said, a master's degree to follow along with. So
do you
my
have a
point-
master's degree?
I don't. So my point is, I wouldn't go through that effort of getting a hunting license.
Okay, you would
I
just
would
shoot
just
your
say-
husband in cold blood.
Go out and hunt, be with God, and here I come right behind you.
Yeah. I really like the transition, seriously, of how we went from hunting, killing Mike in cold blood,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and how just being with
Yeah.
God in the middle of the
Yeah.
woods.
Well,
Is this before or after you've shot him?
I don't feel like I'd even put that much effort into it. Honestly. Why it's cold out there. Why put all the effort into putting all those clothes on and
I know,
the
it's-
boots and the things? I mean, yes, the mess is contained and it could probably be taken care of, but
Well, and you have to spray yourself with deer urine
no.
to cover the
That's
scent.
not happening. not ever. No.
Yeah. So anyway, so you talked about algorithm there for a second when it in regards to, I don't remember if it was cold-blooded murder or if it was hunting, but let's jump into algorithms
Yes,
really quick.
let's do
This
that.
is your thing. This is your thing. This whole social media. Okay, I'm going to get it wrong. So why don't you tell me what is it you do? What is it that you do here? Do you remember Office Space? You ever see that movie?
Yes, what do you do here?
Bob and Bob.
The Bobs.
You've been missing a lot of work today, Peter.
Wouldn't
lately.
exactly say I've been missing it.
I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob. So what is it you do
What
here?
is it I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Wow. Social media is an absolute beast. So
Yeah, it is.
my goal is to help entrepreneurs who can't quite afford somebody to do their social media for them, to teach them how to make social media easier, how to batch content, how to get their brand out there to the right people. Who are their demographics? Who is their ideal audience? So
Right.
my goal is to share and teach entrepreneurs how to be socially savvy.
Yeah, because it's really confusing. There's so many platforms now, and they all do things kind of similarly, but then they do some things that are really different
Right.
from each other. And so there doesn't seem to be, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, I haven't researched it. There doesn't seem to be, like when I started this podcast, I started making my show notes and I had to type them here, copy and paste there, copy and paste to there, copy and paste to there. And you can do all that and it's going to put it all out for you, but Instagram's a lot of work. If you're going to do these little short reels, and this stuff takes a lot of time, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, if I were to
the
do it
short answer
myself.
is yes, it does.
I don't have time.
No. Well, and what's hard is I have audited several social media pages. And in my humble opinion, I do not have any data to back this up. But in my humble opinion, if you have a social media presence and you're not using it, you're not showing up consistently, you haven't posted in 6 months, a year, 3 years, people will go to your page to do research on whether or not they should go to your brick and mortar, whether or not they should purchase from you, or not they should listen to what you have to say. And if you're not showing up on these social media pages, they're going to think that you're not active, right?
Yeah.
You're not active in your business.
Yeah.
So if you have a social media page, you should be active. Post something, whatever it is. Just get on there and post something, share something from somebody.
Some of the people that I've been listening to and watching and learning from, I'm learning from them. It seems to be a little bit consistent. I'm used to getting the content and learning, and then all of a sudden they ghost me.
That's
There's
a creator
no more
for
content.
ya.
There's no more content.
Right.
It's like, wait, you usually put something up at least, once a week at least. Now I haven't seen anything for 3 or 4 weeks. What's going on? So do you know what I do?
What?
I move on.
Yeah. Do you have a music thing for that on your switchy board?
I move on.
I don't know if that one's right, but I like it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if that's right either, but
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to Facebook pages that haven't been used in 5 years. The Facebook page is still up, but they haven't been using it. So my suggestion is use it or get rid of it. If you're not going to use it, if you're not into it, if you don't find value in it, get rid of the social media pages, because people will go there first, maybe second after going to Google and looking you up.
Yeah.
They may go to your website. They may try to go look at your social media content. I know that we choose restaurants on the go when we're out and about based on what they're posting on social media, on their Instagram pages. Does their food look great?
Yeah.
If you're consistently posting on those things, awesome. People will look at you as the expert in what you do, and they'll see if if you match their vibe. But if you have a page up and you haven't been posting for months and you're not going to be posting, get rid of it. It's hurting you more than it's helping you.
yeah, it's not just dormant. It's actually hurting you, huh?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's just like having a website, but your address is wrong and your phone number's wrong and your hours are wrong. It's just, think about the user's experience. If the user starts out with a bad experience, they're not going to have very much trust in your brand. Now, if you do have social media and you do want to use it and you don't know what to do yet and you're just learning, just post things that make sense for your business. You can share what other people are doing. You can post just write something on there. Maybe you have a restaurant and you have a new let's say you have a new appetizer that you want to share with people. Take a quick picture. It doesn't have to be beautiful.
Yeah.
If it is beautiful, it's better, but it doesn't have to be beautiful. Just get content out there so people see that you're active and you are a business that wants their business.
Yeah.
That is my first tip to you is just be active. And
Yeah, I think it's for me, it's the discipline. I've got my irons in so many different fires that I neglect to be consistent. I get caught up in other things. And I'm like, oh shoot, I haven't done that in a while. Can you give us a tip as far as what is maybe one of the best ways to stay consistent on uploading content consistently in the same place, targeting the same audience? You got any tips for us?
Absolutely. The first thing I would say is if social media overwhelms you, don't do all of them. Choose one and do it really well, and then expand from there. So that's tip number one.
That's great advice.
The next one is batch your content. So on Mondays, I go through and I write my script for my YouTube videos and my podcasts. And I look at the script, I edit it, I set it aside, let it marinate for a while, and then I come back and edit it as needed. Tuesdays, I record and I do my edits. And then on Wednesday, I post that content and I record 3 reels. Those 3 reels I will post the following week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I always have content ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
All of this content is created from that script that I made on Monday. So I'm taking bits and pieces from that script and using that information to create my reels. Then on Thursday, I'll create a carousel. This is for really Instagram only. And then post that. And then on Friday, I'm posting one more reel from the script from last week. And then I rinse and repeat and go to the following week. Every day, I will put something in my stories. Usually it's something of, maybe I might take a picture of us doing this podcast and put it up there. I might take a short video of, my dog getting on my last nerve, needing something from me while I'm trying to work at home. Just being real, showing people your true, authentic self. People gravitate towards that. They miss it. They want it. In the age of max filters,
I know, right?
they want you to be real and authentic.
Yeah.
So you're batching your content, spending 15 to 30 minutes a day doing that. And I would say follow the book, Eat the Frog. If you don't enjoy doing social media content, but you believe that it is helpful, do it your very first thing in the morning. Get it done with, get it out of the way, and just do it and just post it.
So that whole thing you just described, Monday through Friday, is that just Instagram, what you do just on Instagram, or is that also with other platforms too, or was that just your Instagram schedule?
That translates to any social media feed. So your short form content, your short form videos, what I'm talking about are those 5 to 30-second videos that you'll see on TikTok or you'll see on Instagram Reels. Those are the videos that you're recording, and then you can post them to whatever platform you're on. Your posts, your static posts, where it might be a picture with a little bit of type. You might post a picture of a really cool vacation spot, and then you might type up, some fun facts about the vacation spot. Those kinds of things, that's the content you're getting from your script that you're writing on Monday. And you can put that on any platform, no matter where your audience lives. So you want to make sure you know who your target audience is and where they live.
Yeah.
My daughter's 16. She doesn't live on Facebook. So if my target audience is a 16-year-old girl and I'm on Facebook, I'm never reaching her. I'm missing
it completely.
I'm missing it by a lot. I should be on TikTok for that, or Snapchat even.
So how much of what you post is related to your business and how much is personal? Is there a ratio, or is most of your content personal so that there's that authenticity about you and credibility about you? They get to know you, and in turn, because they know you and like you, they want to hear what you've got to say. Isn't that a really important component? Like if you guys out there, if you don't like me, you're probably not going to listen to my voice.
Absolutely.
Like me.
Do it.
Do it.
I would say it's a personal preference.
Okay.
I wouldn't say there's necessarily a strict ratio. I keep my personal stuff in stories. Stories are those really quick. They only last for 24 hours. That's where I keep my personal stuff. I keep, just as a general rule for myself, I keep debatable things like politics and religion out of what I post.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense in my business. And so I don't post those things. And then the personal stuff that I post relates back to my business in some way, right? So you might be a mom who is working on social media content while sitting in the car during a rainy football practice, waiting for your kid to get done with football. And so you might be writing out your content for your social media in that environment. So you might shoot a quick photo that, of practice that says, hanging out at practice, getting a little bit of work done while I have some quiet time. That could be your personal touch, but really it also depends on your audience. Are you very, very business focused? And the person that you're focusing on is a C-level executive. You might not share anything personal.
Yeah.
So it's hard because social media is most of my answers are it depends.
I know, right?
Which is I think the hardest part on social media, and it changes all the time. I mean,
Right. I was going to say, because social media is constantly changing.
Right.
Trends change. The things that people are searching for changes. You were talking earlier when you were recording your podcast. What's that website you said you went to find out what people are searching for right now in the area of maybe your business? Do you know what I'm talking about?
yes, and I'm glad
What is that?
I'm glad you put me on the spot. Thank you.
No,
for
grab
that.
your notes. Do it.
Look,
Hey, you do what you got to do, lady.
This is the best notebook ever, by the way. I am a pen and paper person. I have tried so many times to keep myself organized on electronically.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. What was that face?
not for everybody.
Oh, you were just making a face.
No,
Are you making fun of me?
Well,
It comes through this mic at you.
You're so smart and savvy, and you're using a spiral notebook. Where's your iPad, for crying out loud? Get with the times.
I don't know. There's something satisfying about actually writing it down.
I write on my iPad.
Okay,
And
fair enough.
and
I actually tried
there's this
doing
thing called
it.
Paper-like,
Yeah.
and have you seen that? And you put it
Yes.
over the top of the iPad.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're writing on paper.
So
it's
I have-
outstanding.
I have a really cool notebook. You use an actual pen on it. You
Rocketbook.
Yeah, you take
Yeah,
a picture.
It's great.
I bought it, never once took a picture of my notes because I'll never look at them again.
Okay,
Ever.
I tried Rocketbook.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, publicly, had the worst customer experience of my life, so I dumped you guys. Maybe
Dang.
I know I hate to be public about that, but this
Yeah.
is gritty.
Yeah.
It is
yeah,
what
you
it
gotta,
is.
You gotta get
Great
gritty with it.
product, great guys. Had a horrible customer service experience. Probably is not very common with those guys. I had it really bad.
Wow.
It
And it's just a notebook.
and I just I'm just like that. So
And it's literally just a notebook.
it's
So
just a notebook.
how
It's
that-
a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it is. And
If you're out there and you're interested in Rocketbook, check it out. It is fantastic. Me, I just went to an iPad because
it didn't work for me.
I
tried the iPad
I got
thing.
butt hurt and I left. Hey, keep it gritty. I mean, you got to be real with it, right? That's what happened. I got my feelings hurt. Okay, I got my feelings hurt, and so I left Rocketbook, and I
Didn't
got
get
a
the
12
refund you were
point.
expecting, right?
I went with a 12.9-inch iPad, and I'm never looking back. It's fabulous. This year, 2023, I decided to go paperless, and it
Okay.
is so hard.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm a notebook. I got, you know how many Moleskine notebooks I've got sitting over
Oh,
there?
I've got so many notebooks.
So many.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
This year I'm going to be paperless.
I would say other than my spiral notebook, I'm pretty paperless.
Are ya?
I
Yeah.
do most of my books. I do
Calendars and
Audible, So to get back to the website I use that I was
Yeah.
talking about, answerthepublic.com.
What is it?
Answerthepublic.com.
Okay.
And you type in any sort of search function or search word about your industry,
Yeah.
and it will populate the most popular searches that are similar to what you typed in.
So those are going to be your hashtags, right?
And those, yes, they can be.
Okay.
Yeah, they can be your hashtags in YouTube. They could be the tags that you put on your video. That you could use them as the starting point of what subject you're going to use
Like
in
in
your
the title?
podcast.
Like in the title?
In the title, or just the subject matter, and you go from there. Remember
Okay.
when you were in grade school and you did the spider web activity?
Yeah.
Where you put the main subject in the middle and you had the little ideas that came and sprung out of that? Mm-hmm. That's what I do. I
Okay.
put that idea in the middle and I come up with different ideas. And then from there, I write my outline for my scripts.
Yeah.
And I just bullet point my script. But it's a really great place to see what are people searching for. And then you can also use those for your website.
Yeah.
You can use those search function ideas and put it all over your website. Just write a sentence and add that in there. And then the SEOs, the algorithms,
Yeah.
it all picks it up. Put
Cool.
it in your caption on your post that
Yeah.
you're posting on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, answerthepublic.com. It's pretty rad.
Answerthepublic.com. Well, hey, we're getting towards the end of this episode. I definitely want to have you back. We're going to have you back with Paralyzed Steve.
Yeah, we are.
And so tell me this, just in one or two sentences, what is it that you do that can help the rest of us? All you ladies out there especially, pay attention really quick. She's going to tell you 1 or 2 sentences in a nutshell what you do, why they need you, and how can they get a hold of you.
Wow, that's no pressure
I know,
there.
no, none.
So my company's called Social by Design.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it is. And the idea behind the name of the company is how can you make your social media work for you? How can you approach your social media by design, right? You want to make it work for you and not work for it. So my goal in life for all of you lady entrepreneurs who want to do social media for your business to get your name out there is to help make it easy. Help make it easy. Give you tips and tricks and tools to lighten the load so that you can go do your money-making activities.
Perfect. How do they get a hold of you?
You can find me on Facebook or Instagram, Social Media by Design US.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, it was so good to have you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
I really appreciate you coming. This was actually just kind of an impromptu episode, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah. Well, you
You're just
interrupted
here.
me recording my podcast.
What do
You
you
said,
mean?
wait a second, let me get in on this info.
Can't
Thank you.
believe.
But I'm recording in your studio, so you can do whatever you want.
That's right.
You're the boss.
That's right.
You're the boss here.
No, so first you come into my studio. You're using my stuff.
I moved a
and
chair.
then you insult paralyzed Steve.
I did that before, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting better at it.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Grit. Hey, check out Erin Beggs. She is bright. She's going to help you guys in every way that you need. Get a hold of her. She rocks. I know this lady. She's amazing. Yeah. We'll see you guys next time right here on the Grit. Hey, I want to give 2 kudos. Number 1, I want to give a kudo to you for watching the Grit podcast. I hope you've liked and subscribed it. Please leave a comment, leave a rating. Let us know how we're doing. If you're interested in being a guest, let us know about that too. Kudos number 2 is going to go to the sponsor of the show today, American Family Estate Preservation. We will be there when you need us the most. How many of you know that when you pass away, you're going to leave your stuff behind? I have never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse, and I can tell you this. When you are gone, your stuff is going somewhere. It can either go to the government or it can go to your kids and your grandkids. Which do you prefer? How much do you want the government to get, and how much do you want your kids to get? Are you concerned about probate? Maybe you don't know what probate is. It's not a good thing. Well, here's the deal. American Family Estate Preservation, they will be there when you need them the most. If you need free education regarding estate planning and you need free legal advice regarding your personal situation with your estate, get this. They will answer those questions and give you that legal advice at no cost. Let me say that again. Any information you need regarding your estate or any legal advice that you need regarding your estate, they will provide that to you at no cost. Well, how in the world do we get a hold of these guys? Here's the deal. You go to mylivingtrust.org or afepi.com, AFEPI. I personally have a living trust with them so that my estate will avoid probate and my kids will get everything I want them to have immediately, no probate, privately, and get this, tax-free. That's what I have set up. I would encourage you to give them a call, and they will educate you so that you can make an educated decision on what your family needs. American Family Estate Preservation will be there when you need us the most. afepi.com. Contact them today. We'll see you guys next time right here on the Grit Podcast. Okay.
All right. Yeah. That was a fun podcast to record with you. And I apologize to anybody who may have been offended, but let's just be clear. I do not apologize to Paralyzed Steve, who I guess has recently been rebranded.
Rebranded. Yes, we rebranded. He was never Paralyzed Steve. Correction here. He was always Crippled Jeff. Now he is Chef Jeff. He has moved past.
Does he cook? Is that why he's Chef Jeff?
He not only cuts hair for a living. He mob shop, plug for the mob shop downtown Gresham. Go get your hair cut.
Yeah, they paid us for that.
No, they didn't give us any money
No,
at
they
all.
didn't give us anything.
Not even cash. And we ask everybody
Not even
for
a free
cash.
haircut.
Not even a free haircut. No, but he does do a fantastic job at cutting hair, and he is the best chef that I've
Really?
honestly.
But he keeps
Nobody
those
cooks
things
better than him.
Those things are two completely different things, correct? It's like hair isn't
The
involved
stroke
in cooking.
and yeah.
No, nothing.
He does not cut hair and cook at the same time.
I don't care about his stroke. I care about food.
Well,
and
you
hair
were
in
quite
my food,
disrespectful
or no
about his
care-
stroke.
no
You're the
food
one
in
who
my
thought
hair.
he was paralyzed, Steve. I mean, geez.
You're the one that called him Crippled Jeff. I feel like that is way worse than
Well, now wait a
Paralyzed
second.
Steve.
He calls himself Crippled Jeff. He used
No,
to.
you said Todd Hoffman gave him that name.
Well,
Here, I'm going to call out Todd Hoffman here for a second. Sorry, not sorry. You said he gave Crippled Jeff the name.
he did.
Okay.
He did
All right.
give Crippled
So
Jeff
I'm just
the
saying,
name.
Paralyzed Steve is kind of like the light, fluffy version of Crippled Jeff.
Okay. Well, wait a minute.
Well, like
How
I said
can
in
that
the
be better?
podcast,
Because,
like I said in the
he had
podcast,
a-
paralyzed could mean anything. It could be like deer in a headlight,
Oh,
right?
stop
You're the
it.
one that
Oh,
projected the
stop
fact that
it.
he can't, that he
stop
somehow.
it. Oh, good grief. You
can't-
cannot
can't
back your way out of this. You're not backing your way out of this. You and I both know that a crippled person is far better off than a paralyzed person. You took Crippled Jeff to a bad, bad place. And I'm still going to get him on here to have you face to face. I'm going to.
Well, you said Nerf guns,
gonna
but
have him
I've
here.
recently discovered that I like playing airsoft. And I feel like that would get things straightened out way better.
You want to be in an airsoft fight with a guy who had a stroke.
Yes.
What kind of sick individual
I need.
you? He still has effects from that stroke. Now, granted,
okay.
he was not supposed to
I'll
walk
give him-
again.
I'll give him a
He
handicap.
is a walking miracle. Okay, and you want to shoot him with pellet
Did
guns?
you hear what I said?
We're not
Did
going
you
to
hear
do
what I
that.
said? I'll give him a handicap.
You are horrible.
I'll give him a
horrible person.
3-second head start.
You know what? You know what? He is no longer Crippled Jeff. He is past the whole stroke thing. We now
He
call
is
him Chef
Jeff.
Jeff. He is Chef Jeff because nobody chefs like Jeff.
What is his signature dish? What is the best
Yes.
thing you love out?
Yes.
No. You have to choose one. Guaranteed it's going to be meat.
Because I'm a carnivore and I'm not some
Yeah,
vegan.
that's why. Yes, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not a vegan.
No, same.
No. Give me a plate of salad and I'll tell you that you've got my food confused with the food that eats your food. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
So I am a who's the guy on Parks and Rec? Ron
yeah,
Swanson
God,
is my spirit animal.
I love him so much.
He is my spirit animal.
That guy, authentic.
Yeah. Speaking of authentic,
Yes.
he is authentic. Speaking of authentic, Chef Jeff is as authentic as they come.
Is he? I've never
Yep.
met him.
He lacks he's better. He lacks a filter,
Mm-hmm.
but now he's able to use a filter.
Yeah.
He is far more effective now than a long time ago, but he's always been authentic. That dude is straight up.
He should make food for us. Come on this podcast. We can eat it on the podcast. We'll get more listeners because of the ASMR aspect of eating on the podcast. And then we can describe to people his food. And then maybe, does he hire it out? What does he do? Or does he just cook?
Are you insane?
I don't know.
You do know he's going to be fixing your food.
Yeah, that's okay. I got
Is it,
iron
though?
gut. Iron gut. It's fine.
After what you've done to Crippled Jeff, Chef Jeff,
Yeah.
you want to let him cook for you? Shut up. It's just for reference for
Okay,
the audience
listen,
so they
listen.
understand who I'm talking about.
Listen. Paralyzed Steve.
Oh, dear
We're
God.
truly sorry for all of these names that we've called you and labeled you.
What do you mean we? What do you mean we?
You just called him Crippled Jeff on accident after you rebranded him already.
It was not an accident. I said
we
it on
going OG
purpose to
or
give
his new thing?
context to what everybody has been watching through the episode. Okay.
Yes.
We're at the end of this. We've already watched this episode where
Yes,
you
we
have
have.
totally
Which
obliterated Jeff.
was like 40 minutes long.
You know what?
These people are done with their nonsense.
I think I speak for the rest of everybody out there watching. We're all waiting for an apology from you.
I already
to
said
Chef
it earlier.
Jeff.
Were
No,
you not
didn't.
listening? I
You
just
did not.
said that
It was not sincere.
We are sorry
It was
about
not
that.
sincere.
No, it's not. I'm not sorry. Can I
How
call
is this
him,
episode
Can I call him
now
Scuba
about
Steve?
Chef Jeff?
Can I call him Scuba Steve?
Why Scuba Steve? He
Because
didn't even
it's
dive.
not paralyzed Steve.
His name's not even Steve. How are you? What
I
is
feel
wrong
like,
with you?
I feel like if you can call him what you want, I get to call him whatever I want.
Look,
And do you just call him Chef Jeff because it rhymes?
I'm the insensitive conservative.
Okay.
You're supposed to be the triggered liberal.
I don't feel like Chef
and
Jeff.
You're killing a guy that had a stroke.
I don't feel like Chef Jeff is.
You're off the wagon.
I feel like you just gave him that name because it rhymes. I don't think there was a lot of thought that was put into it.
He is a fantastic chef.
Okay,
he
well,
cooked
that's
for our
fine.
men's group out at our old men's group out
Why
in
do you
Sandy.
got to give him any labels at all? Why can't he just be Jeff?
Well, that's a great question.
Are we differentiating him from another Jeff?
No, we're not. What
Do
we're
you
doing
have a
is
nickname?
We're discounting the old nickname. And
Okay.
so we had to transition, and this was really my idea, to be honest with you.
Should we clap
because-
for you? Here, let's applaud.
Well, I am the humanitarian between the two of us.
Okay.
But we started a men's group out here. We had one in Sandy, and
Sure.
Todd had said, "Hey, go start a men's group out in Gresham." So I did, and so
Do you always do what Todd tells you to do?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's the
fine.
Todd father.
Todd. Is
It's not
that
the
his
Godfather,
nickname?
it's
Is
the
that his
Todd
nickname?
father. Yeah, he has that
Well,
nickname.
during the episode, which I know you actually didn't listen to when I told
you
you
gonna
to
insult
re-listen
Todd
to
Hoffman?
it. No, you told me that everybody in the men's group has nicknames, which I think is adorable. By the way,
No,
it's
don't
very
ever call
cute.
that.
It's very
Men
cute.
are not adorable.
And then you said
Nothing
that you
about
wouldn't
us.
tell me anybody's nicknames, and here they are. They're coming out. What's your
Well-
nickname? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
So
Does it
when we
rhyme?
started the group out here, I couldn't start it all by myself. So Jeff came with me, and another guy, Josh.
Yeah.
You know Josh.
I do.
Yeah, because he was at Midget Wrestling
Yes,
with
he
us.
was.
We're allowed to say midget, by the way.
Yeah. Well, if they listen to
So-
the last episode, they know this.
Yeah, if you don't like the word midget, too bad. They want to be called midget, so watch the last episode.
Yeah.
But Jeff came out here with me. He cooked for that men's group out there. We brought him out here because we need somebody to cook, and they had somebody else cooking over there.
So you're using him.
100%
You
we're
call him
using
names.
Jeff.
You use him.
No. You call the names.
Do you get his haircut? Do you get your haircut by him? I feel like that's more
know
dangerous
what?
than having his food cooked for you.
I feel like I'm being interrogated here. Just
You
shine
are.
the big bright light in my eyes while you're asking me. Look at you. Those things are not good for you.
You said you wanted one every time we recorded.
Those things are not good for you.
No, they're not. Sorry. I will stop interrupting you.
Well,
kind of.
We're trying to.
So you started this men's group. So you can. So do you start the men's group so you could pat each other on the back, or is there deeper meaning to it? I just want to know how we kumbaya here.
You know, I got long arms.
Yeah.
I can reach
I
right
doubt
across
it.
this table.
I doubt it. I got Bigfoot on my side. Bigfoot, take the wheel.
Oh, dear Lord. What are you going to bring Cliff out here? Talk about your Bigfoot.
I don't need Cliff. I got Bigfoot.
Well, we need to bring Cliff out here. I think
Bigfoot's
it'd be
my-
fun to have
Bigfoot's
Cliff.
my
I have
messiah.
questions. I have questions, and I know for a fact Cliff has answers because I talked to him out front of the Bigfoot Museum that he
Yeah.
runs out in Boring.
Yeah.
A fantastic, amazing place. I think we should take a. He probably wouldn't let us have a camera there, because there's a cover charge to get in.
Yeah, you got to pay to get in. That's
Yeah.
his rice bowl.
Well, yeah,
Is
that's
that
his-
racist? I don't mean it that way.
Oh my Lord!
I am sorry.
You know what?
Lord, I
I'm
apologize.
the conservative. I'm supposed to be the insensitive conservative, and you're supposed to be the very sensitive liberal.
Why am I supposed to be a sensitive liberal?
Because all liberals are sensitive.
Why do you think I'm a liberal?
Because you're not a conservative. I mean, to some degree you are. I mean, you go back and forth a little bit.
I'm a switch hitter. No? Not the right. Okay. Look at Jamie is speechless. You're welcome. You saw it here first. Yes, I can.
I will say it was great having you on the podcast. And it's great being on this podcast with you because I think it was, honestly, I think it was a natural, what do you call it? A natural progression to go from that episode
Sure.
where we just had that dynamic, right?
Well, we talked about me being the co-host on that show. And then after having a long conversation
Yeah, it's a
over
men's podcast. That'd
pancakes
be kind of weird.
at Biscuits, I don't think it's weird to have a female regularly on a men's podcast because that it just lends a different perspective, right? However, it wasn't the right format for my mouth. Like, that's not what I mean. See? Why you gotta twist everything?
I didn't
What
say
I mean
anything.
is, for my true authentic self, your Grit Man podcast is not the right place for me, which is why we decided to create a new podcast where Erin can shine and be herself.
Erin is free. Erin is free. There were a number of reasons why we couldn't do that, but what matters most is that we're doing it now.
Yes. There you go.
Circumstances wasn't really
It was bad timing.
bad timing.
There you go.
Yeah, it was
bad timing.
Yeah,
so
bad
I did
timing.
some episodes on my own
Yep.
and then
And they
begged you, practically on my knees, begged you to come back. And you're like, fine, I'll do you a solid. I'll come back.
Well, I
And here we
appreciate
are.
that. I don't know that you necessarily begged for me to come back.
She
You
begs.
did.
Isn't that the name of the episode?
Well, after the episode that we had, then we kind of started this No Direction podcast. I think you had already had it, or did we come up? Who came up with the name to this thing? Was it you and I were brainstorming?
We did it together.
We did it together,
yeah,
didn't we?
Yeah, it was together
And
because we were talking about No Direction. I'm like,
Yeah.
or One Direction rather, the band One Direction.
Oh dear Lord.
Anyways, we were trying to go retro. I think a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Feed our retro souls.
yeah. If you want to go retro, man, let's go Toto.
Toto.
Yeah, heck yeah. One of my favorite bands.
Why is
Went
the
to that
second
concert.
T sound like a D? Is it Toto or is it Toto?
Toto, but nobody says it that way. Toto.
That's what I'm asking.
Todo.
The English
Wait,
language is
wait.
weird.
Shh. Toto.
Yeah.
Toto.
I heard it too.
That was very clever of you. That was very good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm
I
done
never-
here now.
I
Mic
never-
drop.
Thanks for joining us today here on the No Direction podcast. We're done. That's gold. That was gold. That's what I'm talking about. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it, kid. You know, it's...
So you said you went to
That
that
was-
tour? What were you, like
Yeah, they
23 in the 80s?
No, they opened up for Journey not a couple years ago, I guess.
Okay.
And
That'd be
Journey
rad.
has this Asian guy that's their lead singer.
Okay.
This is not going to be popular, what I'm about to say now.
Popular.
And you're only going to hear it right here on the No Direction podcast. I actually like that. I don't even know his name. He's been with Journey for years because Steve Perry, the lead singer, he has his throat thing and he
Yeah,
retired.
that's a bummer. Like a Val Kilmer?
This new guy, I like him. I think I like him better than the original Steve Perry. We're going to get hate mail on that.
I mean, sometimes that happens.
Where? When?
It does.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
not
That's never
I'm not a
happens.
band person, but there's
Well,
drummers or guitarists who have come and go.
Yeah, those guys are expendable.
Generally, it's not a lead singer
Right.
thing, but drummers, guitarists, they can come and go. It
I can
happens all
name
the time.
one other time that there was a switch and it actually worked.
What?
One other time.
Was it the Beatles?
No, it was Van Halen when David Lee Roth left and they brought in Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
You either like Dave Van Halen or Sam Van Halen, but you can't buy both.
Okay. So is that like a world divided in that situation?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. People go probably pretty hard on which one's better. Yeah.
Yeah, and they go straight up Civil War on you if you're
Okay.
If you are if you're a David Lee Roth fan
Mm-hmm.
with Van Halen, or you're a Sammy Hagar fan with Van Halen. Very rarely will you find one that tolerates the other. It gets ugly. I've seen it. I am a Sammy Hagar guy.
All right.
I can't drive 55, so I get that, homie. I get him. I can't drive 55. Yeah, it's my daughter's. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Life in the fast lane.
That's a good song. Life in the Fast Lane. Absolutely, it's a good song. But
So when we were going to have Crippled Jeff come on and
his name is not Crippled Jeff.
Chef Jeff.
His name.
Jeff.
His name.
Can I just call him Jeff?
Chef Jeff.
Can I just call him
Okay?
Jeff?
You know what? You're going to get canceled.
I just want him to make me food. I'm hungry.
Your own
It's
people are
dinner
going to
time.
cancel you.
Probably. That tracks.
Well, if they cancel you, that means there's only one of us. There's none of us left because
Yes,
I'm
but
already
I
canceled.
feel like if we are who we are, we're going to attract who we attract. I mean, look
We
at
are.
Joe Rogan. He's not for everybody, and look how many followers he has.
Well, I
I
know.
mean, that guy has like nailed it.
I know. Well, you and I are far enough apart on issues that I will have hate mail and you will have hate mail.
Yes.
We'll have half the country will hate you, half the country will hate me. I think it's a beautiful thing.
I do, yes.
Because
it's amazing.
It is.
Nothing I like more than pissing people off because they're wrong.
Now, wait a second.
Yeah. What do you got?
Half
what do you
the
got for
country
me?
that you think is wrong is my half of the country.
I didn't say I thought half the country was wrong. I said there's people who are wrong, and it's okay to piss them off because they're wrong.
This country is divided. It's a threat to our democracy.
Does that make you sad?
Both sides. I mean, come on.
Does that hurt your soul?
No, it does not hurt my...
When I mean to you, does that hurt
What's
your
becoming
your
this
body?
country hurts my soul.
Yeah, no joke.
We need Dukes of Hazzard back on TV. And just the good old boys. That's pretty good. Listen to this. Yeah. Never meaning no harm. Beat y'all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
Did you just toot your own horn?
Making their way the only way they know how. Come on, Erin.
No, nobody wants to hear me sing. Trust me.
That's just
I don't even do karaoke. I only do karaoke in a group when I've had too much to drink.
Yeah,
that's the only
We
time
need the Dukes of Hazzard. We need them to produce those and put the rebel flag back on top of it.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
Good Lord.
Now we're going to get hate mail.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Well, as long as we don't give them our email address.
The South has risen again.
I can't even remember what our email address is. It's either jamie@thenodirectionpodcast.com or jamie@nodirectionpodcast.com. Is the there or not there? I don't know. I can't remember.
It'll be
Try both. Send it to both places. Let's see what happens.
It'll be in the show notes below.
We would love to read your mean tweets. So
we would love to read your mail. Send us all the hate mail.
We'll just read it.
Yeah.
I also would love to get mail on interesting things that people believe that other people fight them on. Like why do you believe so strongly on whatever it is, like Bigfoot or like flat Earth or whatever?
Yeah. Well,
conspiracy theories, those things fascinate me.
Well, like one of the things I'm really proficient in is historically, archaeologically, all the science ways. I know the Bible. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I do know. And I hear some people say that the Bible says that the earth is flat. Stop it. No, it doesn't. And they will point out certain verses that they just picked out.
Right.
They didn't read anything around it. And they're like, this is what it says.
Oh, listen, so they're taking a clip of something without the full context of what that clip is.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So what do they say it says, and then what does it actually say?
Let's save that.
Oh.
That's another episode.
Be continued.
It is to be continued.
We
will talk about flat Earth. We will talk about flat Earth, and I will destroy.
I just have to find a flat earther. I do not know anybody.
Well,
do you know anybody?
You can't have a flat earther and a mathematics scholar who actually believes in physics and actual science. You don't find those.
No.
Most of the flat earther videos you'll find online, not all of them, are guys sitting in mom's basement eating Cheetos, on a beanbag.
Hey, what's wrong with Cheetos and beanbags?
Not a thing.
Come on, meow.
Don't start throwing me science and all these physics things when you clearly have no clue what you're talking about. I sat down with an actual pilot who flies airplanes, interviewed him on video, sent it to a family member of mine. And when I said, hey, my such and such family member believes in a flat earth, what do you say about it? I thought he was going to call security and have me committed. It was bad. Like he berated me up one side and down the other.
The pilot did?
The pilot did.
So why would the pilot know?
Well, here's my thing. Well, the pilot would know because he's how many thousands of feet in the air.
Remember 2 minutes ago when you said we should table this?
Oh, crap. Yeah, let's cut this out. Let's stop now.
I don't think we should cut it out. We're definitely coming in next episode.
We're going to do flat earth next episode?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And we're not going to bring anybody in who's a flat earther because
we can't find them.
Because we don't know where they are. It's 10% of the world, apparently. I Googled it.
Well, they're not allowed to drive while they're high, and they're always high.
Okay.
That's your flat earther. And right now, some sober guy out there who's a flat earther is listening to this going, oh, come on there. No, you won't. You better come prepared. I'll be respectful and nice, but you better come prepared.
I thought we were tolerant in listening to people and understanding their point of view. Isn't that the whole point of all of this?
I am tolerant. I'm
When
not
they're-
angry. Do I look like I'm angry?
You look very restless.
I'm not.
You got to get into this.
The whole idea of a flat Earth is so absurd to me that
Okay.
I will be respectful. I
Yes.
promise you, I'll be professional. Well, I'll be respectful.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be
Next
professional. I don't know the
episode.
difference.
Next episode. Flat Earth, hollow moon.
Oh, good
Boom.
grief. Well,
Bye, guys. See you later. Peace
I
out.
guess we're out.
Yeah, we're out.
You just cut me off.
I did.
I'm leaving.
Press the thing.
And I'm never coming back.
Press it.
No, I wanted to get that. I wanted to get me pitching a fit and leaving.